Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World. We're going to be looking at tokens today, not investment advice clearly, maybe anti-investment advice. Let's sort of start off, CoinGecko, the basic place where I start looking at stuff. So we have our top 100 cryptos here, obviously Bitcoin number one, we look at the market cap. We can sort of have a look here and look at what the top 100, this is the 100th coin, obviously it tends to be very volatile, but you need $1.2 billion worth of market cap to be in at the moment. Not many games tokens in anymore. So Gala, which I don't really treat as a games token really anymore, a bit of a games meme or just a meme. 93 Sandbox, obviously Metaverse 92, and top is Immutable. That's been the top gaming token since it came out. So about $2 billion worth of market cap. So well within the top 100. And these ones actually, Sandbox and Gala have been sort of in and out depending on sort of they're quite close to the cut-off point. So and obviously that changes all the time depending on some genres are hot, some crypto sort of sectors are hot. Games isn't hot at the moment, so these are all dropped down. So let's have a quick look at Immutable, which in a sense that maybe some people think that maybe increasingly me think so everything's a meme. So Immutable is sort of interesting as the games meme, as it is, as you keep telling us, they have loads of games signed up for Immutable, the Immutable new blockchain, but don't really have any. You can't say this is the cool game on Immutable. I mean, there are some good games there. Hunters on Chain's a good one. Space Nation people like. Immortal Rising 2. And obviously they've got loads of games, but there's not one you point to and go, wow, fantastic. That's the. Whereas in Ronin, you go Axie Infinity and Pixels. You might not like those games, but at least you can sort of point to them. We don't really have that with Immutable. And we can see here, look at the token price over the last year. It's red, so it's obviously been going down. It sort of peaked at over, getting on for like $3.6. Start of Q1 last year when everyone was pretty happy about these things. If we go even further back, we can see, sadly, this sort of trajectory. So it actually launched in 2021 at the sort of end of 2021 when Axie Infinity was really blowing up. You'd see this, obviously, this whole graph as well for Axie Infinity, which is even sort of worse in a sense. It launched really well, went down to about 40 cents there, went up to, we saw, like getting on for $4, and then it's back down to sort of $1 now. So that's the sort of the arc of Immutable, which, as I say, since Axie Infinity sort of dropped right down, has been the top sort of crypto. That's not good. I mean, obviously, every crypto goes through sort of cycles. Obviously, Bitcoin just is one that sort of goes up, and the Solana is sort of one that goes up there. That's why they're at the top. Other ones tend to be sort of cyclical, so up and down, depending maybe on what's going on in a particular sector, what the sort of vibe is, the excitement in that sector. And then as other sectors become exciting, old sectors become boring, so they go away. So I've set up some portfolios. We can have a quick look through this. This is not my portfolio. This is just like a sort of random portfolios I set up just to track things in an easier way. So this is not what I hold, but it is sort of quite interesting. So I set this up sort of over a year ago, and we can see here, from when I set this up, and we'll see there's a whole bunch of weird tokens in here. But I actually would have lost money. So if I'd put money into all these sort of game tokens, I would have done badly. Would have lost money, and it's over a year that I set these things up. We can sort of see here, I set up just nominal holdings. You can see the profit here. So sort of one of the, in terms of these tokens, the most profitable one has been Prime, the parallel token, and various other things they're doing now, but mainly still parallel. So that's up 162%. Beam infrastructure company was actually called Merit Circle, and then they rechanged it to Beam. Again, it's a blockchain, but there's no games on it. You would go, oh wow, that's a great Beam game. I mean, it's just, again, a bit of a some of these have utility, some of them have less utility. Gala, as I said, has actually done quite well over the last 18 months or so, considering no one uses it anymore because they're not very nice people suing each other and stuff. Immutable's actually done okay from when I set this up, so that actually 2023 probably set this up then. So it's actually up 88%. Some of these other ones, this is like a very small trophy, it's not working anymore. Sandbox up 44%. So there's not like, it's all doom and gloom. Even Axie up, but we can see here there's a lot of red down here. So some of these, I mean, Rainbow Token is the token for crypto unicorns, and then they change chain, and then they sort of are in abeyance now. So some of these have lost. Grapecoin, obviously, sort of famously, I suppose, infamously, have lost a lot. Topia, really good team. That's down 65%. Wrapped 9 Chronicles Gold. I play 9 Chronicles Gold every day. Down 54%. So not, and I think this is where I have to strip out these sort of things, and where games maybe haven't done so well is that everyone else now, I think pretty much, and certainly where we are in the start of 2025, everyone else is investing in tokens pretty much as meme coins. So it's all about vibe. It's all about that sort of, that meme coin thing. It may not be. Meme coins have sort of taken over in a way. There's lots of meme coins out there. But the vibe of previously, I think a couple of years ago, people were thinking much more about what's the utility of this, what's the sync, why would people have this token? And I think now it's much more, and certainly my thinking over time has become, while every project has a percentage of sort of speculation and a percentage of what we might call utility. It may be 1 or 2, maybe 5, maybe at best 20% utility. The rest of it's all speculation. And when obviously when a token's going up, you just get people piling in. They're not going to read the white paper. Clearly, not even care. There is a white paper. Obviously, meme coins famously have no roadmap, even though they might get utility sort of further down the line. But this is where we are now. And I think games have really done badly out of this because games have, more than other projects, spent a lot of time building white papers and thinking about tokenomics and building economies and how's this going to work. But none of these games have enough user base for that to outweigh the absolute dynamism of speculators sort of coming in, the amount of billions of dollars that can sort of come in and out of crypto projects because the numbers going up, so I'll buy some more. Oh, the numbers going down, I'll start selling. And there's just no way any game, even like the biggest games, Pixels, Axie, are being able to deal with billions of dollars worth of, they don't have enough players to be putting billions of dollars in, whereas speculators just coming out of these things really quickly. So we can see a lot of these, some big projects, Shrapnel down 83%, Big Time down 62%, Splinterlands, one of the biggest games a couple of years ago, down 50%, Treasure, really, really good sort of project, really focus on what they're trying to do, down almost 50%, Ultra, the list goes on. So other things I was going to have a quick look at is so Ronin. Ronin was the blockchain sort of 2024, I think, the gaming blockchain. Lots of cool stuff launching there. How's it been going for Ronin? I set this up quite recently, actually, so only in the last sort of couple of weeks. So we can see here again. This is not my balance of stuff on Ronin, but again, from when I set this up, down profit is down. What's done well kind of weird stuff like Banana, Pixels actually. No, Pixels is on 0. Pixels didn't do anything. It's actually down quite a lot. These meme coins are coming in. This AI coin, JIOHOs by Virtuals. That's an airdrop. Some of these other meme coins now have just been released. Cute Asian girls, Rough Love Potion, all very amusing. Doing quite well at the moment because that's the sort of that's the sort of cool cycle. But we get down the bottom, actual proper game here, live on mobile and PC. Wild Forest token down 71%. Apron down 50%. This is another Apron token here. Tribal, this sort of betting token, that's a new one, down 40% though from its when it launched. Yield Guild Games did pretty well last year, but down. Smooth Love Potion, this is a utility token, so the price is sort of irrelevant. But the main Ronin token, the main sort of gas token for that blockchain, down 23%. Axie Infinity down 20%. So even this goes to my point that even on these blockchains that have some level of sort of playability and utility, the prices that we're not even, the Ronin is not even attracting speculators to come in and speculate on its tokens because they're just not going up at all. And here's another list here. So this is a newer list. Again, this is mainly sort of games stuff. I haven't done a portfolio sort of here in this one, but if we just look recently, what's done well, Mocha, which is like it's not a meme coin, but it's a lot of speculative stuff around that. Blocklaw's the game I really love. Let's have a look at that. So it only launched fairly recently in last summer, but hitting all-time lows. This is like a positive cycle supposedly. We're thinking that things are going up, but this is a proper game, proper PC game. Had a little kind of mobile sort of game as well. But the token price has just sort of gone down. Mythos, same thing, all-time low. Let's have a look. Pixels is sort of the prime example, worth having a look at. So launched this token last year, pretty much gone straight down. Even though they're one of the smartest teams out there, they're on one of the biggest blockchains, Ronin. Even though they're still the biggest blockchain, really in terms of sort of on-chain activity every day, it's just been pretty much straight down. So this all sort of goes to this makes me sort of think more and more that games shouldn't be launching tokens, or should be very careful about launching tokens and how those tokens work. And we are seeing some interesting stuff around that with Limit Break and its ERC 20C protocol, which will allow you to actually fix the upper and lower limits of tokens, allow you to sort of just use tokens for UA and not allow people to trade those tokens outside the game. But tokens are just too volatile, I think, particularly for games. If meme coins, obviously, who cares? That's part of the fun is sort of losing money. But for games that actually want to build a proper economy, tokens are maybe not the way we should be thinking about things. Something else, the final thing I was going to look at here is I've actually pulled together this from the data. So as we looked at earlier, there's only 3 game tokens in the top 100 cryptos at the moment. So Immutable, Sandbox, Gala. I mean, I don't really treat Gala as I say, but it is historically a gaming system. So this is what their ranking is today. This is the price of the tokens. This is their market cap. As we looked at before, this is the sort of cutoff point for the top 100. So if you want to be in the top 100 cryptos, this is what your market cap has to be today. I mean, it goes up and down all the time. So I it's very basic maths. How much would these tokens have to change for us to not have any gaming tokens in the top 100? And some people might argue there are some weird ones, like there's that Flocky token, which is a sort of gaming meme coin, but I don't include those. Maybe I should. But anyway, for these sort of, these are the exception. I mean, Sand and Immutable. These are proper, trying to build proper things, so that they're not positioning themselves as meme coins, even though they have speculative sort of buying and selling on them. So if we look at how much would they need to drop to hit this level, so Immutable would have to drop a lot, 39%. Price would have to hit like 69 cents at the moment. Sand, not very much actually, only 9%. Gala, 8%. I put Kaia in, it's a new blockchain. It's the South Korean blockchain, gaming blockchain. That's actually 103 at the moment, so it's actually negative, but just put it in there for completeness sake. So, and this is just doing a check on my maths. So it is interesting. I don't think Immutable is going to anytime soon drop by sort of 40%. But it is interesting that they had last year the token just went down. They announced all these sort of games. No one cared less really in terms of they didn't go in and buy the token. We haven't really seen any big games sort of coming to Immutable. Those games are going to start launching, but is that going to have? I think it's one thing. I think the problem is bigger than Immutable. I think the big problem is more gaming. Obviously, the interest at the moment is memes and AI coins. AI is going to be interesting because AI agents work really well in games. So we are seeing some game sort of respinning themselves or trying to take advantage of that AI interest and launching AI agents. So Faraway Games has done that. Today the game, now called Umeo, they've done that fairly successfully with their Limbo agent, and I'm going to have a whole bunch of other stuff as well. But in terms of these really big tokens where you're having billions of dollars of market cap, AI agents are clearly not going to have billions of dollars of market cap at the moment. We could easily see the case where there's only one gaming token in the top 100, and in fact I would probably put money on that to be the case at some point in the next 6 months. And it wouldn't surprise me, I don't know what percentage I would put it at, but it wouldn't surprise me if we ended the year and there were no gaming tokens in the top 100. Certainly, I could imagine these ones not being in there at all. Maybe something will sort of pop in there. I mean, Pengu token was in there for a while. If you see that as a gaming token or a meme coin, hard to judge. The games associated with that brand IP. So I guess there'll be some tokens in there with some gaming sort of relation, but in terms of just games as a sector, I just don't think anyone cares. And I think, I'd say it wouldn't be surprised. Maybe 20% chance, let's put it at that. 20% chance there's no games in the top 100 crypto rankings next year. Let's see if that's correct or not. Cool. Maybe we need a prediction market. I'll set that up when the forecast prediction market goes live. See if I can get them to do that. Cool. Anyway, thanks for listening to the video. See you next time. Bye.